good friends.
Yo, what's good, guys? It's your boy Justin Stanley. We're out here in Uptown Dallas with my boy, one of my day one homies, back from middle school, right? The middle school days. And I'm excited to bring you guys this video.
Yeah, so for those that need a refresher or just need to know who Justin is, he is a 22-year-old six-figure earner. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Which is really crazy considering that a lot of kids at 22 don't even know what they want to be completely. So what do you do for a job?
Okay, so what I do is I trade for the largest Forex educational platform in the world, and I just educate and teach people how to trade in the financial markets.
Okay, and so about how many people worldwide do you help make money per day?
Right now, a little over 90,000.
Jeez.
So yeah, like I said, we have the biggest online trading academy in the world.
Dog, that's an extraordinary amount of people, but can you tell me what Forex is?
So for those of you who don't know, everybody's seen movies like Wolf on Wall Street and The Big Short, and you guys see millions of people making money in the stock markets, right? The stock market's a $22 billion a day industry, which is huge. But what we do is we trade Forex. Forex is foreign exchange. It's the exchange of currencies on a global scale. So when it comes down to it, we exchange one currency for another, and we profit off the difference of the price. And we do that from our phones, on our laptops, and anywhere where we have a Wi-Fi connection.
So you're telling me if you have Wi-Fi on the beach in Cancun, you can make money still?
I've been on beaches all across the world making money. No cap.
Nah, for real. If you don't believe him, go to his Instagram story. At what?
Supreme Sani. So the word Supreme, S-A-I-N-I.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully we can put like a tag or something.
Oh, we will. We definitely will.
I appreciate that.
Of course. So what got you into Forex, and what was your job history like before this?
Okay, so what got me into Forex was I saw other people trading, and I said, hey, I want my life to be like this, right? I said I didn't want to exchange my time for money. I wanted to have my money work for me instead of the other way around, right? Right off the bat, when I first started working, I worked at DSW in Louisville, Texas. I sold shoes at DSW, good shoes, right? And then I worked at Verizon, on some can you hear me now type shit, right?
Right.
I worked at Verizon, and Verizon was my last job over 3.5, 4 years ago. And when it came down to it, when I learned about trading, I was working at Verizon, and 2 months into trading, I quit my full-time job at Verizon. And it wasn't necessarily because I was making any money yet, but it was because I had so much belief that Forex would be something that would set me financially free. And there was a lot of struggles in the beginning. People see the shine, but they don't see the grind. They didn't see us when we were broke and ugly and couldn't afford haircuts, right? But they see all this now, and they're just like, I want this. But a lot of work goes into all success.
Oh, so it's not a get rich quick scheme or whatever.
Yeah, definitely not. When it comes down to it, it's definitely not a get rich quick scheme. I've never seen anybody get rich quick or get rich slow, if you want to say that. When it comes down to it, it's learning a skill set. In life, the only thing nobody can take away from you are the skill sets you develop. Right? So learning another language, playing an instrument, those are skills nobody can take away from you. When you learn how to trade, that's a skill that you can make money through the recession. That's a skill you can make money from the comfort of your home, your phone, wherever you are.
Yeah, so now that I'm thinking about it, you can get laid off from a job, but you can't get laid off of Forex.
100%. So when it comes down to let's say a job, me getting laid off a job is one thing, but when it comes down to it, me trading Forex, it's just like once you know how to do it, if you're just following the right strategy and you have discipline behind what you're doing, the success is there, right? It's just discipline. It's just like the gym. People try to get rich overnight, and that's everybody's mentality. That's a broke, poor mindset, right? When it comes down to it, think about this. Obviously I don't work out, but my man right here does, right? So when it comes down to it, I can't go into the gym first day and walk out looking like him, right? If I put 90 days into the gym, I might have, a fraction of his results, right? So when it comes down to trading, it's the same thing. You gotta, put the time in, and you'll start seeing the results. Anything in life that you're working towards, as long as you're working towards it, it's gonna be worth it.
Right, facts. So I just know based on watching you, just from a distance, that your dad is a very powerful influence on your life.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So is he the why you do it?
Oh, 100%, because it's just, you know, for me, I'm a first generation American, right? You know, my mom, my dad, my sister, they all came from India, right? You know, my dad came 30 plus years ago, my mom came, you know, maybe like 27, 26 years ago, whatever it was. And my sister came when she was like 2 or 3. But, you know, I watched my dad come to this country with literally nothing. You know, working dead-end jobs, you know, cleaning up streets, washing dishes, bus boying, like he told me all the stories, but you know, I saw him come to America with nothing, live in New York, live in a small 1-bedroom apartment with like 5 other dudes with the same story, and you know, send money home, provide for his parents, provide for my mom and them, and then eventually bring them here, and then start a life, you know, build something, get an apartment, you know, upgrade to a house, you know, move to Texas, get a bigger home. I'm originally from California, so that's where, you know, the whole story started. So it's just like, I seen him progress into a successful, you know, somewhat successful businessman today. So it's just like, for me, I'm all about legacy. So, you know, for me, I'm not doing what I do for my first name, I do it for my last name, right? Because I want to build generational wealth. Because of the stepping stones my dad set up and all the hard work he did, he made it easier for me, right? He put us in a country, because, you know, I've been all across the world, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I don't say it's a bragger to impress anybody, just impress upon. I've been into countries where the average income is $90 a month,
yeah.
$200 a month. So it's like, to see somebody come from a place like that, India is even less than that. To see somebody come from that to the US and really, you know, do the American dream, it's just like, you know, he gave me the opportunity to be in a place where I could have any opportunity I wanted. So why settle for a job, or why settle for a 9 to 5 when I can have literally anything at my fingertips?
Yeah.
And that's the mindset. So yeah, you know, family is the real reason why I do it. You know, mostly my dad. You know, I'm gonna retire him this year.
Yeah.
It's already like set in stone.
That's crazy. That's so dope, bro. Yeah, so I see him go to all these extravagant places, where the most wealthy people go, but also see him go to some of the poorest countries, so then he can teach people about what Forex is, and so then they don't have to live the same way that they don't want to. If they are in a very impoverished country, then he's teaching them and helping them learn how to make money without having to get a job or just be in the same predicament that he is, or they're in. So that's really dope that you do that.
Sure, yeah. It's just fulfillment. Because at the end of the day, it's just like, you know, a lot of people correlate success with materialistic stuff, and it's just like, once you have everything you ever wanted, what's next, right? Then you're empty and you're depressed, and it's just like, you have to find something where you can provide value back, and then, you know, something that makes you happy.
Yeah,
you feel me?
For sure. Yeah, and just getting a little off topic, if you had a superpower,
okay,
what would it be and why?
I would say I'd like to fly, and the reason why is I can get around so much quicker than, you know, driving or being in airports. I mean, being invisible, right? You can do some down and dirty stuff.
Feels
right?
invisible.
You're invisible, but no, I'd say probably flying is probably one of the best superpowers, right?
Yeah, definitely. I'd say flying.
I mean, you already got the super strength, right?
No, I do not. I would definitely say invisibility. Invisibility is something that I would like to do or have.
So then you can just finesse anything. You can be anywhere you want to be. Maybe a combination of being invisible and flying. That's probably the best thing.
Oh, I never thought about that. Just being able to, like, even
be invisible, or you could be flying when you're invisible, or you could just shift, or you could do them both at the same time.
You can literally take any trip you want to.
Stay anywhere you want.
Stay anywhere you want. Just, oh man. So just another thing, I noticed that you have a group of friends that are very impactful in your life, and so how do they come into a part of all this?
You know, when I first started this entrepreneurial journey, I learned about the law of attraction, you know, law of association, right? It says that you're the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with, right? So, you know, the energy you put into your life is the energy you become, it's the energy you put back into the universe, right? So for me, I realized back in the day, I would hang out with a friend group, and, you know, they were good people, I still have love for them, but they were doing the same thing with the same people on the same weekend, same day, back to back to back to back, right? And at a certain point, you get so tired of doing the same stuff, right? And I realized that if I took the average of my friends' incomes and I divided it by 5, more or less, it would be, you know, my income or my bank account, right? And what I realized is that if I wanted to, you know, progress in life that I'd have to kind of like separate to elevate, right? Sometimes you gotta leave people where they're at because you're going somewhere that, you know, they're not going. Sometimes you gotta love on people where they're at because you're leaving them in a place that you're not going back to, right? And it's more so a mindset thing because, you know, when you actually start, you know, we do a lot of personal development, right? You know, for abundance to come into your life, if you're not ready to accept it, just as fast as it comes in, it's just as fast as it go out.
Right.
You know, we've seen people make a lot of money, and just as fast as they made a lot of money, just as fast as it leaves their life, right? And it's because they're not ready to have that money in their life.
Right.
So when it comes down to it, the people I surround myself with now are, you know, 7-figure earners, 8-figure earners, you know, millionaires, you know, some billionaires, right? And the reason why is because if I surround myself with bum, alcoholic, pothead, bum, I'm gonna be the 6th bum, alcoholic, pothead. If I'm surrounding myself with a successful person, entrepreneur, mentor, you know, millionaire, CEO,
you have no other choice.
Exactly, you have to level up.
Yeah.
You know, another big part of it is you gotta get comfortable being uncomfortable, right? People stay in their comfort zones because it's comfortable. It's like, okay, I'm safe here with my broke friend. For me, it's just like, yo, I'm gonna go hang out with people that are way more successful than me just so I can, you know, gain knowledge, you know, gain value and, you know, just kind of just level up, right?
Right.
You know, for us, one of my mentors, his name's Alex Warren. His name's Alex Warren Mindset on Instagram. You guys should check him out. You know, one of the leading millennial entrepreneurs in the world. And he told us that, hey, you know, before you can, you know, get these riches or before you can live this lifestyle or drive the fancy cars, he's like, you have to go see this stuff, right? So, you know, today we're at the top floor of the pool of my building. But before, you know, we would come to these types of buildings just so we could see it, right? You know, 2 years ago, we would say, hey, we're gonna live in a penthouse in downtown Dallas, uptown Dallas. And we would say, hey, we're eventually gonna have this stuff. We're gonna drive the cars, we're gonna take the trip. So we would see that stuff before we actually brought it to reality. So a big part of just success, and no matter what you do, is just your environment, the people you're surrounding yourself, and the people you're listening to.
For sure.
All right, well, yo guys, I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I had a lot of fun making this with Zay. You know, Zay's one of my closest friends from way back in the day, you know, back in middle school days. So it was cool to just kind of catch up and make this video. If you guys want any more information about what we do, or you just want to follow me, again, my Instagram is Supreme Sandy. If you have any questions for me or need any information from me, just hit me up, and I'll promise to get back to y'all in the DMs. That being said, I'll see you guys at the top, because the bottom is way too crowded. Peace.